Politics. Not something most of the people often worry about in their daily lives. But on 5th of May there will be a time when politicians want you to go and vote in a referendum. You will have a chance to decide if you like the current way in which you elect MPs, or would you like it to have a change into the alternative vote. Here is how it works. With the current first-past-the-post system, you've got one vote, you cast it next to your favorite MP's name, and the one who gets the most votes in a constituency wins. With the AV, it is a whole new story. To explain it, let's compare it to a race. In the AV, you rank candidates in the order of preference. As the counting goes, if none of the candidates reaches 50% of the votes, the last one drops out, and his second preferences choices are shared among the rest. The process goes on until finally one candidate passes 50% and wins. So much for theory, but there are two campaigns going on at the moment. Yes to AV and no to AV. On the mainstream political scene, the Liberal Democrats are the biggest supporters of the change, while the Conservatives urge people to vote no. What do they say? Supporters: first past the post is unfair, it does not reflect people's votes, some MPs feel safe and have a job for life. Opposers: changing the system will cost £250 million, it is complex and will produce hung parliaments, meaning a lot of coalitions. Essentially, it is a political fix.
Just last year at the general election in Totteridge, I went to more than 3,000 households knocking on their doors. And I can assure you that no more than 5 people talked about the representation system.
Really, how many normal people outside of politics really knew about AV? Well, they didn't. This is a political anoraks question for political anoraks created to enable a coalition.
But would it be so bad to have coalitions? What is the strongest country in Europe at the moment? Germany. They have had coalitions for many years.
Germany, with the system for proportional representation that the British imposed on them after the Second World War, they have gone ahead much more in their economy than we have, and I think it's mostly because of our dreadful voting system.
A Conservatives member argues it is not possible to transfer one model of politics into another without any dissonance.
That's the reason why it's going to be so difficult to install democracy in Afghanistan. Think about installing democracy in Afghanistan. You know, it's almost like changing an engine of a Boeing 747 while airborne. It's impossible. Not impossible, but it's a very difficult task.
Surprisingly, there is a notion that a yes result would be good for the coalition, keeping Lib Dems backbenchers happy.
Yes, I think superficially you're right. It would help Nick Clegg look after his backbench MPs. But really, I mean, most of these guys campaigned for PR, not the alternative vote, so it's not even what they wanted. And it's just kind of a sop to them, but it's a sop that would have a very long-term effect on our country.
If we get it, it doesn't mean that the Liberals will do extraordinarily well out of it. People can turn to UKIP or the Greens or whatever as another force.
Also, the supporters say that the no campaigners will get used to the new system eventually, if we change into AV.
There was a lot of opposition when it was proposed that all adults or all men should be given the vote. And the idea of giving women the vote was quite unthinkable. It destroyed Western civilization, but we seem to have managed since then.
What both sides have in common is that they are worried about the potential low turnout at the referendum.
Yeah, it's only going to be about 2%. So even if it's a yes, it's not a yes. Even if it's a no, it's not a no. Because 70% has not spoken or expressed their view.
So on 5th of May, turn up and have your say. Either it is a yes or it is a no. Artur Oshiński, Pax TV.